My birthday was last Wednesday on August 13th. Today, as we're filming this, this is Monday, August, I don't remember the date, but I'll put it here. She surprised me by ordering me something the night before my birthday on eBay, which has come. So the reason she had to wait to order it on my birthday is that we share an eBay account. It's just easier that way because we have a bank account that we share, and so like when we buy online, it just makes more sense to use the same accounts, and a lot of them are the same accounts we used when Dad was alive. It's hard to surprise each other when we have access to the same accounts. And Colleen doesn't have a license, so she can't go and like drive and pick something up as a surprise for me in person unless she happens to be out with a friend, and then she's not very good at like hiding things.
You didn't know about the Barbie rewind last year.
I did not. Colleen surprised me with a Girl of the Year, and I'm sure you can tell from the title it is Luciana. I love Girl of the Year dolls. I don't like get them every year when they come out, obviously, but I really enjoy finding them secondhand, and I've bought some of mine off eBay. And when they've run sales, I've gotten a couple from American Girl directly, and there was a few that I really wanted, so I got them when they came out. But
you pre-ordered Corinne.
I know, which was the only time that ever happened.
Corinne was serious business.
I kind of had a Girl of the Year itch, and I had been browsing eBay, looking at various ones for a little while now. Not like seriously, but kind of browsing.
It's ironic because at the beginning of the summer, before she even started the browsing, I figured I was going to get her a Girl of the Year this year, because last year I got her a Bitty Baby. And I figured I was just going to do one of those Girl of the Years, because you can't go wrong with a Girl of the Year. And I was leaning toward either Nikki or Luciana. And then she started looking at Girl of the Years, and I'm like, oh, well, this is good, she'll be in the mood for it, but it won't be too big a surprise if we both know all she thinks about 24/7 is Girl of the Year. But I was kind of secretly hoping it would be Luciana, because I knew I was going to have fun making the card. And I had to wait for her to go to bed before I picked a gift, and then I had to make the card. So this would have a lot more detail, but the nice thing about Luciana is we have like old catalogs for cutouts. It was just so fun to make. It was so pretty.
Yeah, and Luciana was definitely one of the ones that I like the most that I don't have. I've liked her for quite a while. And I did get her boots on Francesca last year at the flea market. So the doll Colleen actually got me was one that I had on my watch list, which that wasn't why you picked her out.
I looked and I saw it. She really was like the best option.
I know how to online shop. She's been on my watch list for a while, and she comes with like a spare outfit. But Colleen also got me Luciana's pajamas because they were the cheapest thing. Unfortunately, my two favorite outfits in her collection, her Stellar outfit and well, this is actually my second favorite, but my favorite is her Stellar outfit, and that's really expensive right now. And then her Starry Night outfit, which is also more practical, is not expensive, but it's not like a great deal right now. So these are the pajamas. These were from a different seller.
And I got them for like a little over $20, and they came with a spare pair of underwear, so I was like...
So these are the undies. Very cute.
Those are the ones, you know?
And then, there are these really cute little star slippers. And then her pajamas are just adorable. There are these little leggings, which the nice thing is you could use these like besides just as pajamas.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, even the shirt doesn't look
like the leggings are so cute!
Pajama-y, and I like how the cuffs are sewn, so they're like rolled up sleeves. It's really cute.
The leggings are
to the moon
adorable.
And back. I love like how it looks kind of like a star symbol.
Oh my god!
And this is Luciana in her pajamas, which Colleen picked out for me. They are adorable. I do think this decal is in a little bit of bad shape. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to look, but it kind of looks like it might be flaking a little. But it's really cute. I love the slippers, and of course that's what inspired these enormous earrings, and I even tried to style her hair in a little space buns, which was very difficult, and there's bobby pins in there and everything, and it's still not perfect looking, but she is so cute.
Hey, that is adorable.
This package I got on my birthday for myself, because when Colleen showed me Luciana online, I happened to glance at what they had, and I didn't initially buy this. I had just kind of looked at it, and the seller ended up making me an offer that day. So this is her spacesuit, This set retailed for, I want to say, $75, and therefore it usually sells for kind of a decent amount of money. I got mine for, I think, $37 all said and done. That included tax and shipping. It is missing the pack, like the plastic pack that goes over it, but I don't mind. And it does have some like damaged, like the boots have been drawn on. So this, ooh, this is really well made. This is the suit itself.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is really nice quality. And it has a little like clip thing that she can clip things to.
That is so cute.
And then this was played with. And then the boots, which the seller mentioned this, they've been like drawn on. Someone drew laces on them and they couldn't get them off, and the bottoms are really dirty, but maybe a magic eraser will get this off. If not, stain removal treatment will get this off. These are really nice quality too.
Oh my god, that looks so
And
cute.
then of course she's got like these plastic
Oh, the
gloves.
bottoms are dirty.
These are usually missing from the cheaper sets. And the only like part like of the big stuff that I really wanted to make sure I had was the helmet, because like the pack is kind of bulky, so I didn't care if I didn't get that, but obviously
Oh, it's so cool.
like helmet is really awesome.
How in the heck does that get over her big head?
I don't know. And this is Luciana in her spacesuit. So this one required quite a bit of work because there was doodles on her boots. Someone had drawn like laces and the seller had tried wiping them off, but it had stained. So there was like some staining with like, I don't know if they were drawing seams in over here on like the inside of the boots, and then there was the laces, and also the bottom of the boots were stained black, but you can see I got them all off, which wasn't an easy feat because we had kind of like fall rainy weather for a few days, but when I finally did get the sunlight, they were able to get cleaned. And this is her in the spacesuit. The helmet's kind of bulky. I don't have the equipment pack. That's part of why I got it cheaper, that and the stains on the shoes. But she looks really cute in it, and I'll show you her without the little helmet. This is what it looks like without the helmet, really cute, and I of course made earrings to go with it, which is totally impractical, but it's really well made, by the way. This is like super thick, it's kind of hard to put on. And last but not least is Luciana herself, who she came from the furthest away, so I'm actually surprised that she shipped like as quickly as she did. I don't know how well they have her in here. This box seems a little suspiciously short. So she came with an outfit, which she's wearing. Okay, I see her other one. It's loosely with her. Okay, so that's nice. They literally just stuck her in a bag with her stuff loosely, but she does have her meat dress. And then, this is like terrible packaging. Her belt. These are the shoes that go with her flight suit. That's one of her meat boots. That's the other meat boot. Oh, and that's her necklace. It's a little tiny meat necklace.
Oh, cute.
And then, yeah, so, oh no, this is a separate piece.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, but from what I've heard about, the first run of Luciana dolls, like I think for the first half of 2018, they had like kind of more inconvenient bangs because they were a separate piece that kind of is like pulled out. As you can see, it's like a separate piece of the weft, kind of like Grace's bangs. And then this piece is like blended in. That's exactly how Grace's bangs are. And then I guess people didn't like that, so the like ones from the later half of the year and onward, it's more like how my number 57's bangs are, where it's kind of like if they just cut the regular wig to be shorter. And I actually wanted one that had like the separate bangs. It was hard to tell in the photos because they didn't have the best photos. Her hair is really dry. It's like really dry.
It looks really dry.
She's
Oh, I love the purple.
Okay, I'm gonna tip this back up. Luciana. And I don't know if she has her underwear. Nope, no underwear.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that I got you the pajamas that came with the underwear.
They didn't really
See, that was what I was thinking was because I couldn't tell.
They didn't have good pictures of her really, which is one of the reasons why I hadn't pounced on her when I first saw her. So she was, and obviously I know what Colin paid because I had this doll wash listed in BB Share eBay account. She was like $95 all said and done, which I thought was a pretty good deal because she came with like a spare outfit. So, and her meat outfit has most of its components other than the little choker thing. She's really pretty. She's so pretty, and I'm actually really excited that she has a separate piece of bangs. And I'm just gonna look and see what her body tag says. 2017.
Yes, that's an early Luciana.
So yeah, because obviously the very first runs of the Girl of the Years will usually like, because they produce them before the start of the year, because they used to release them on January 1st. So they obviously were in production in sometime in late 2017. So that bolsters my theory. But they sell them out pretty quickly, so they make new batches. It's amazing the turnover on like the contemporary dolls, how many they produce. Whereas
it was honestly easier for me to find her Luciana than it was for me to find her bitty baby named Ming Mei last year.
Whereas my Kaya doll, she's a historical character. I got mine in May of 2005. Her inner body tag, which has the like production date stamped, like the month and the year, she was made in 2002, which is the year Kaya came out. So
yes, she must have been like backlog.
yeah, so some of them sell much slower, whereas these dolls sell really fast. And that's so cool. I also know that my Lindsay is an earlier run because she has the mistake on her body tag where it says American Grill instead of American Girl. And I know that my Corinne, obviously, because I got her, I pre-ordered her. I know she is one of the older ones.
I suspect Gabriella is too.
And my Lainey is one of the older ones because she has
got the special eyes.
The older style eyes. So it's kind of cool when you can even sort of date your Girl of the Year. But Luciana was available for several years and not just 2018. So I'll show you like what she looks like when I have her all cleaned up. Maybe not really bad enough to warrant like a whole transformation video, but she's so
Her hair is
pretty.
wicked dry.
She actually doesn't smell bad.
No.
She smells like someone else's house, but like
not a bad way.
not in a bad way. I feel kind of weird when I can smell other people on my things, but like it's not a bad smell. She's so pretty. And this outfit's really well made.
Yeah, I love all the patches.
Yeah, they're soft, like they're kind of flocked almost. And this is Luciana in her flight suit. This is one of the outfits, well, the spare outfit I got with her. And it's actually a really nice quality. It's really thick, it's got a real zipper, and it has all these cool little patches which seem to be adhered really well, and they were fine when I hand washed them. And she looks so cute. I made some earrings to go with it. The shoes are really nice and versatile. And this is an up-close shot of my gorgeous Luciana doll. She's squeaky clean. I washed her body. I washed her cloth torso, her stuffing. I also pierced her ears and I did her hair. I know I didn't show a really good close-up of her before, but the ends of her hair were super dry. They were actually kind of frizzy. So I had to boil wash her hair completely straight, but I didn't want it to be pin straight. So I just took my flat iron after I was done boil washing and I just turned the flat iron at the very bottoms of her hair so they kind of tuck. So you can either flip them out or turn them in. And this is what it looks like from the back, all nice and shiny. She does have those like really nice thick bangs, which I love. I made her a lot of stuff. You'll see it in a later episode of Dolly Designs that'll go up probably some months from now. But there's resin earrings. I made her this choker. She's supposed to have like a plain silver choker, but of course I had to go a little bit hog wild, and I knit her this hat, and I made her a name bracelet. And I actually had a pair of these boots that I got on Francesca, my Josephina doll at the flea market last fall. She was $5. I'm not sure whose boots these were, but I have two pairs now. And then the underwear she's wearing came with the pajamas Colleen got me. She is super cute, and also something interesting to note is my Luciana doll has the bad eyes that American Girl tried to use for a brief time that people complained about. I guess they were like cheaper quality, and you can see she has like a slight lazy eye. I mean, I can see like a slight difference. Colleen had her in a big photograph with some of my other dolls, and I will say that like the whites of her eyes are like brighter white. But other than that, like, I don't really notice a difference. She has pretty decent lashes and the slight laziness in her eye. A lot of my dolls have slight lazy eyes, including Pleasant Company ones. It doesn't bother me. Like, I really, like, even if it was still available to send her in to get free eye replacement, I wouldn't. I think it's wasteful. I mean, they would just throw these eyes out. So I think she's cute regardless, and I'm glad that mine has the thicker bangs. She's so adorable. I hope you enjoyed seeing my birthday gift that my sister surprised me with this year. There are pictures of Luciana and all of her outfits on my Flickr, as well as all my other dolls and my whole collection. On that note, I have been alerted to the fact by several people now that when they go to view things on Flickr, they keep getting prompts where they have to make an account to view my photos. And one of the main reasons I have always chosen to stay on Flickr and not move to a different social media platform where maybe there's more people like Instagram is because you never needed a Flickr account in the past to view photos. And I like when things pop up in Google searches and people want to identify things or just browse around on my Flickr. They don't need to sign up for an account. I was able to like get on Flickr, signed out, and without any problems. And I had looked on the help forums, and supposedly it was just like a random prompt, not a requirement. However, just to be sure, because after like the second person told me that they could not get on my Flickr, I messaged Flickr's help myself, and they're really great. They got back to me within an hour. So I guess they're testing out a new feature. They weren't exactly clear with me in the email. She didn't say in the email like that they're making it a requirement to sign up for Flickr in order to look at it, but basically I guess their research showed that people wanted an easier, like more obvious way of signing up for Flickr because they were having trouble figuring out how to do it. So if like you didn't have an account, that's why they're throwing these really obnoxious prompts that are preventing you, I guess, from getting out of the prompt and looking at Flickr. So it's like some testing thing they're doing, which is why it works for some people and you can get on my Flickr, and it does not work for other people. So I don't know what's going on right now. If this is like a permanent thing and you have to use Flickr, you have to sign up for Flickr to use Flickr, like to view photos, then I may have to change platforms altogether. I might just create my own website, which is a pain in the butt, which would be a shame because my Flickr has been running for like 10 years now, and I have, I think, like over 117 million accumulated views between all of my many thousands of photos and stuff. So it kind of sucks, but I want people to have access to my information without having to create an account, because like not everybody wants to give out an email address and sign up for things and have a bunch of accounts, and it's really annoying. I want my doll guides and stuff to be available for anyone, whether you just want to browse or you want to research. So I can't say for sure. I don't know what's going on. Please let me know if you keep having these problems, if you're one of the people that like wants to use Flickr, doesn't have an account, and they're not letting you look, because I take a very big issue with that. So if this continues and it's a permanent change and it's not open to the public anymore, then I may move platforms, and I'll also move my fashion gift set pack guide that I just released wherever I go. So don't worry about that. Like, all of the information will be the same, and it'll be like a billion hours of work for me, and I'll have to figure something out. But for now, we're kind of just staying on Flickr and seeing what happens with this testing feature. I'm really very stressed out and annoyed about it though, because I feel bad for all of you people who just want to like look without the commitment. Totally get that. I mean, that's why I don't use Instagram or Twitter or anything, because I find it annoying. I think the internet has enough of our information. But I wanted to let you know, I have a few videos that are like already filmed and on YouTube that I say at the end of my video as usual, like, oh, you can view these dolls on my Flickr. You don't need a Flickr to view it. And that may or may not be true for you, so I'm sorry. Just know I'm aware of the problem. I am filming this on this outro on August 23rd. So anything that was like before then that's already like done on my channel, I don't make that disclaimer. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do. I've done all I can do for the time being. And hopefully if you don't have a Flickr and you want to look at my stuff, you can. And if not, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry if you're having trouble making an account for some reason. And also, side note, when you have a free account, I pay for my account. Like, I pay, I think, $100 a year to have my account, so I can have unlimited space. It looks different for me. They've changed the free accounts now. They're doing some new stuff. So you guys get ads, and, like, my view is, like, much nicer when I'm on Flickr versus, like, the free view. Or so that's another thing that I don't like, because I write a lot of information about my dolls that's, like, personal and also useful. So I apologize about that. I'll show you what I mean by the difference in that. Okay, so this is me signed into my regular account. And the nice thing is when you have a pro account, you can organize things by date uploaded or date taken. So I replace pictures pretty regularly. Like these are some privated ones right now at the top. But you can see how these are kind of like random, like there were replacements and stuff like that we've been doing. So it looks a little bit different in that view. So on like a paid account, and this is how it used to look for free, all the information is below the photo, and you can see I write a lot. And some of it's like important, useful information, and some of it's just like me blathering about my doll. However, on a free account, and everything is on the sidebar, kind of like how Instagram is, except the comments are like down below. So I really am not happy with that either. I mean, it's kind of annoying. You shouldn't have to pay for an account to get like a decent view. I hope you enjoyed this video anyways, and if you want to check out my dolls on Flickr and you're able to, I would appreciate that. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.